So the Israel-Palestine conflict had been going on for a long time, and one of the solutions, the supposed proposals put forward to end this, is a two-state solution. Now, of course, a two-state solution would involve, of course, Israel signing on, and of course the leaders of Palestine, which would be Hamas, right? So you've got two obviously opposing factions that are working to try and figure out a solution to the violence in the Middle East. So one of the solutions put forward by the UN and as well as other countries is the two-state solution. Now, in order to get this, you have to have two sides to agree. One side would obviously be the government of Israel, headed up by, right now, Benjamin Netanyahu. However, Benjamin Netanyahu has recently come out to say that he would never, quote, "I would never establish a Palestinian state." If he gets elected, there is no possibility for a two-state solution. That's problematic. Let me tell you why. But first, let me give his exact quote on this. I quote, "I think that anyone who is going to establish a Palestinian state today and evacuate lands is giving attack grounds to the radical Islam against the state of Israel. There is a real threat here that a left-wing government will join the international community and follow its orders." Basically saying that if the Zionist Union wins, if you actually put them in power instead of me, we're just going to give up all of our lands and we're going to cede our authority to the international community that wants this two-state solution. I'm not going to do that. Well, like I said, problematic when it comes to peace. And this shows you, like, Benjamin Netanyahu before had said he would be open to a two-state solution, but obviously that was a fabrication, or that either that or he changed his position, or that he was never interested in a two-state solution at all. And I'm more inclined to believe the latter. I don't believe he wants this two-state solution because he's a neocon. He's a right-winger. And what do right-wingers want? War. War is what kept him in power. War is what's trying to keep him in power. He's trying to use that. Fear and, of course, war. Not to mention all the money he gets from the United States in defense spending. Now, like I said, this is problematic. We can't have peace in the region if we continue to have somebody like Benjamin Netanyahu who will actually go up against the only viable solution for peace. And look, Hamas isn't great. We all know that. The problem is that when you live in extreme conditions, you tend to support extreme ideologies. Extreme, what is it? Desperate times call for what? Desperate measures. Right. I could understand why why Palestinians would support something like Hamas. I don't like it. I don't like Hamas. I don't like Islamic fundamentalism. I don't like fundamentalism of any stripe. However, I can understand why they would support Hamas. Nonetheless, that's why I feel like a two-state solution would be the only solution. Because once you allow them to have their own state and leave them alone, there's a good chance, and I'm not saying this is perfect, and maybe it's naive on my part, but there's a chance that they'll de-radicalize. At least from Hamas levels of radicalization. Look, I'm not sure 100%, of course, but I think that's the best shot. What else are we going to do? Continue with the status quo? You're going to continue to see violence. And the problem is that not only are innocent Palestinians being killed, innocent Israelis are also being killed. They're being stuck in the middle between two radical factions. You have normal people in the middle being hurt, being killed, their settlements being attacked, rockets being lobbed into Israel, and Israel striking back, and along the way, innocent people on both sides are getting killed. This is an untenable situation. An untenable situation which I think the only way out of is to have something for the Palestinians to call home. A two-state solution. That is the only way that I can see it. I don't know. I don't know if that will work, but I'd be willing to give it a try. But Benjamin Netanyahu doesn't want to try it at all because he's a neocon, because he wants war, because that's what keeps him in power. And it also makes our defense contractors rich. Endless war, endless profit. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. It's about the money.